In the early hours of August 6, 2024, a military operation unfolded that would send shockwaves through the world. Ukrainian forces, against all odds, launched the most significant invasion of Russian territory since World War II. This is the story of that bold incursion, one that would challenge the might of Russia and expose critical vulnerabilities in its defenses. Footage of calm Moscow streets. As midnight struck on August 6, Moscow showed no signs of distress. The Russian Ministry of Defense celebrated the heroism of over 2,500 soldiers, awarding them for their role in capturing a town in eastern Ukraine. Meanwhile, General Valery Gerasimov, the commander of Russia's war effort, was shown visiting a different combat zone in Ukraine, seemingly unaware of the storm brewing on Russia's western border. But as the general moved through the motions, over 1,000 Ukrainian soldiers were advancing on the Kursk region, a region that Russia had fortified, yet underestimated. Narrator, VO, at 5:30 a.m., Ukrainian forces breached the Russian border near the town of Sudza. Panic quickly spread among local residents as explosions echoed across the region. Despite repeated assurances from Russian authorities, fear took hold, and the reality of the situation began to set in. Missile strikes, drone attacks, and the steady advance of Ukrainian troops threw the Kursk region into chaos. Governor Alexei Smirnov, only months into his position, was left to manage the unfolding crisis, issuing warnings and attempting to reassure the populace. To the world, this operation seemed unthinkable. Johann Michel, a French military expert, described the Russian response as a complete intelligence failure. The Russians were blindsided. Kyiv's gamble paid off, at least in the initial stages. The fact that they managed to carry out such an operation without being detected beforehand is indicative of severe lapses in Russia's surveillance and defense. It wasn't until August 7 that President Vladimir Putin and General Gerasimov publicly acknowledged the events in Kursk. Gerasimov, in a televised meeting with Putin, claimed that Russian forces had halted the Ukrainian advance. But as the dust settled, it became clear that the situation was far from under control. The Russian Defense Ministry, slow to respond, continued to downplay the severity of the incursion. Yet, reports from the ground told a different story, one of retreat, confusion, and mounting losses. As the battle for Kursk raged on, the inadequacies of Russia's border defenses became glaringly obvious. Despite months of preparation and billions of rubles spent, Ukrainian forces moved through fortifications with surprising ease. The defenses in Kursk were far less formidable than those in other regions. This, combined with the lack of well-trained personnel, allowed Ukrainian forces to make significant inroads. Within days, over 100,000 Russians were displaced, and Ukrainian forces claimed control over more than 1,000 square kilometers of Kursk. For Russia, the incursion exposed not only tactical failures but also a crisis in leadership and communication. As the dust settles, the Kursk incursion remains a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. It serves as a stark reminder that in war, complacency can be as dangerous as the enemy itself. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the war in Ukraine has entered a new phase, one where neither side can afford to underestimate the other. Subscribe for more insights into the world's most critical conflicts. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay vigilant. If you want to support us, please subscribe to our channel.